technology that we could use to do it in an efficient manner that it doesn't put our office at risk.
Okay, and then how, we can talk about it too. How would it, does this address distinguishing against someone with like a loud muffler?
Yeah, it uses AI to figure. Again, we can even give you a presentation or something.
Okay.
If you wanted.
I think if you're okay with it, we could probably put together a briefing memo of some sort and send it to your staff. Just so you're aware
there's a
of
couple
that.
different issues.
Yeah.
We can put something together for you on that.
Fantastic, thank you.
I mean, in terms of the development, you guys have done a fantastic job managing that. Really any township here. So yeah, if you can put all that together, we'd be happy to talk about it and then understand what's uniquely important to all of you. So,
Thank you so much.
thank you for your
Appreciate
time.
it.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, it doesn't appear there are any discussions or updates, so we're moving to section 7, ordinances. This is ordinance 2026-01, the manager's ordinance update.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This comes about every 2 years with change in the board. The township manager has an ordinance that outlines my duties and responsibilities and authorities. There's just some minor changes regarding employees, police tenure act, and just spelling some things out. Very minor changes. Have been reviewed by the township solicitor, the board itself, and it's here for your adoption.
All right, I'll make a motion about ordinance 2026-01, updating the township manager's ordinance. Is there a second for that? I'll second that. Thank you, Joey. Questions or concerns? Sonny?
I don't have it.
Good. No. None from me. Is there any questions or concerns about the manager's ordinance from the audience? Seeing none, we can.
Appointed by resolution.
Most of the good that we are doing now could not have been done without your service and your management of your team. We appreciate everything you for us.
Thank you. And I got a great team behind me, so it makes it a lot easier.
Motion B, authorizing staff to create a LERPA, a local economic revitalization tax assistance ordinance. Bob?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We were approached by a property owner, and actually we have Valley Economic Development Corporation, that there is a potential buyer for a piece of property that the Jan Lane Company owns in Folesville along Main Street. It's possible that this buyer, through conversations with the state of Pennsylvania, may look to take advantage of this economic opportunity. The LERTA needs to get passed through township, county, and school district. We would be the first in line to enact this. There is a procedure that would follow this that the solicitor is aware of. We think it is worth the township moving forward on this designation for this property.
I'll make a motion to authorize staff to create a LERTA ordinance, local economic revitalization tax assistance ordinance. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thanks, Sonny. Questions or concerns? Sonny?
No, I have no questions or concerns.
Julie? Same. Okay, none from me either. Any from the general public have questions, concerns about the LERTA? Seeing none, we can move to a vote. All those in favor of the motion to authorize staff to create a LERTA ordinance, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
And Andrew, because you'll be right here. Motion C, agreement with Lower McCounty Township and the Jan Lane Company. Bob?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Back in September, the board authorized funding for us to work with Lower McCounty Township and Jan Lane Company in a development that's going just south of the Coldwater Crossing subdivision. Township has a sanitary sewer pump station there, which is upstream of a new sanitary sewer pumping station that is going to be put in Lower McCounty Township. At some point in the future, if our pump station should fail or should require significant funds to either rebuild or repurpose, we have the opportunity right now is that Mertztown subdivision is being built to install a gravity line. Julian, a lot of this is for you. But to do that, we're going to need temporary construction easements and just, it is a Lower McCounty property that we'd be working in. So this is all just standard language. Agreements to get us through the construction period. We do have a rough draft very rough draft. Our solicitor has reviewed it. We're just asking for the board's approval, and as long as Andrew is fine with it, we can move ahead and have it signed. Time is a consideration. We don't want to hold up the developer's project, so we need to get this construction project moving as fast as we can. We don't have a final agreement here for you to look at, but again, Andrew today is going to be presenting. He'll make his recommendation no matter what.
I'll make a motion to authorize the township manager to sign a multi-municipal sewer construction and expansion agreement with Lower Macungie Township and a general utility easement agreement with Lower Macungie Township and the Jangle Land Company for the purpose of extending a sanitary sewer main to the cold water crossing pump station pending all agreements meeting statute and solicitor's approval. Is there a second for that?
No, awesome.
Thanks, Sonny. Questions or concerns? Sonny?
No. Good?
None from me either. Any from the public about that long motion? All right, seeing none, we can move to vote. All those in favor of the motion to execute, the township manager execute agreements with Lower Macungie Township and the Jangle Land Company, so by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, that passes. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you.
Motion D is authorizing the extension of time for the recording of docket 2368 North Crocs Road. Meredith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This was a minor subdivision plan that was approved by the Board of Supervisors on May 1st, 2025. It has received one extension. It's a bit unique because this is at the border of Lower Mac and Upper Mac, and the land development was deferred to Lower Macungie Township. So while the applicant has satisfied our requirements for recording, they can't record until they get approval from the Board of Commissioners in Lower Macungie Township, so they're requesting another extension.
All right, I'll make a motion to authorize an extension of time limitation for the recording of docket number 2368, 617 North Crocs Road mixed-use minor subdivision plan to May 6, 2026.
I'll second that. Thank you, Sonny. Any questions or concerns? I think we have lawyer from the project, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah, come on up. Just want to introduce yourself for us, please.
Ron Ray, it's Patrick Lanzabuba. I'm here for Kate Durso, who sent the letter dated December 22nd, 2025. I have nothing to add beyond the letter and what Ms. Keller said. So, I was just here observing in case there are any concerns, because I know there's been a delay on the Lower Mac side. So from our end, everything's resolved with Upper Mac, and we're just waiting for Lower Mac.
So while we have your favor, any questions from you, Sonny?
No, I guess that, most of the development is in Lower Mac. There's not much, I understand, that is in Upper Mac. Is that correct?
That is correct,
Yeah.
and we are ready for approval. There were a couple minor delays, but we anticipate, we asked.
Time limitation for the recording of docket 2347. We have that was 57 to May 30th, 2026. Is there a second for that?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Julian. Mr. Crown, how are you?
Good evening. My name is Dan Rowley with Saul Ewing, representing the applicant. To add on to what Ms. Keller said, we have submitted drafts of the land development agreements, the financial security agreements. We're waiting for any reviews, comments, or approvals from the township. We have outstanding third-party agency permits with with PennDOT and DEP. We believe we're close with PennDOT. We've submitted everything. We're waiting to get that final approval. DEP, they have everything they need. We've submitted everything. What their response time will be is a little more unclear, but they have everything they need from us.
At least that's what they say now.
Exactly. For now.
Any questions or concerns?
I guess, let me just, the May 30th extension, do you really need all that much time?
120 days and hope that we don't need it.
That was my only question.
I'm good. Me too. Any questions from the general public? I'll turn it around. Seeing none, we can move to the vote. All those in favor of the motion may authorize the extension of time limitation for recording docket 2347 to May 30th, 2026. Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thanks, sir.
And it requires us to authorize the Planning Commission to review it. So we are asking to send it to the January 21st, 2026 meeting. It is for a sheet. which is an auto service station with a convenience store as an accessory use, and those are both conditional.
Anyone make that motion? I'll make a motion to authorize staff to forward a conditional use application received for document 2420 at Sheets Windsor to the Upper McConkey Township Planning Commission. Is there a second for that? Second that. Thank you, Julie. Questions or concerns, honey?
No, it seems pretty routine in terms of motion. The motions, I don't think I have too much to add.
Yeah, it's pretty procedural.
Yeah.
Julie, any questions?
No.
Anyone from the audience? Chuck? You want to ask questions about getting this next month or this month?
No, honestly.
All right, perfect. Seeing that, we can move to vote. All those in favor of the motion to authorize staff to forward a conditional use application for document 2420 to the Upper McConkey Township Planning Commission, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. A companion motion, G, authorizing the advertisement of a public hearing for document 2420, the conditional use application. Meredith.
Similar to what I just said, we're following the processes in 27-118 of our zoning ordinance, which requires us to schedule a hearing, and so we're asking to schedule it on February 5th, 2026, before the Board of Supervisors.
Okay, now it's time to get review and comment from the planning commission on the 18th, back for us to review in sufficient time for the 5th.
I believe so, yeah, because we'll have our reviewers review the application for the planning commission, and then we'll incorporate the planning commission's comments when we send it to the board.
Okay, and what is our 60-day window on the application itself? Do we have to have it scheduled for the 5th? You know?
We have to have it scheduled, I think it was 40.
Questions or concerns regarding a public hearing on the 5th of February? Seeing that, we can move to the vote. All those in favor of the motion to authorize the advertisement of public hearing for February 5th, 2026, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. Thank you, Meredith. Motion H, authorizing the advertisement of proposed ordinance and scheduling a public hearing related to the vacation of a portion of Main Street in Fogelsville. Andrew.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is essentially a matter of housekeeping and relates to the approval and development of the Glenlivet West development, which is just west of the village of Fogelsville. As part of that project, they realigned Main Street, and there's going to be some lands that need to be vacated to go back to the abutting property owners. That needs to be done by ordinance, and it also requires a public hearing so that the improvements are nearing completion, I guess, before the construction of the houses start. So the time's appropriate to adopt that ordinance, which would vacate certain areas with the descriptions that are provided in your packet. And the public hearing would be prior to that adoption. So we're requesting that be done at, I guess, either before or during next month's meeting, the February meeting for the public hearing, and then the ordinance would be advertised for consideration during that meeting as well.
Okay. So I'll make a motion to authorize the advertisement of a proposed ordinance and scheduling a public hearing related to vacation of a portion of Main Street in Fogelsville. Is there a second for that? Second that. Thank you, Julie. I guess I just want to be sure we're talking about it. So Andrew, you think we're requesting a second public hearing for February 5th to discuss the proposed ordinance?
No, there would be, there's a need to have a public hearing before the adoption of the ordinance. So we're going to be advertising the public hearing for 2 consecutive weeks. That would occur during the next month's supervisors meeting as part of the agenda. There's been times where we've scheduled them to occur before the meeting, and other times we adjourn and conduct the hearings during the meeting. Thereafter, there would be, the ordinance would also be advertised for consideration during that meeting as well.
Okay. So we're going to have a public hearing on February 5th to discuss the proposed ordinance, which is going to be advertised at the same time. But then we will presumably be on the agenda for adoption in March.
No, I think we can have it on the February meeting as well.
Okay, so the motion is to authorize advertisement and scheduling a public hearing and application all for February 5th.
Correct.
Any questions, Sonny?
No.
Julie? Nope. Any questions from the audience regarding that matter? Perfect, seeing none, we can move to vote. All those in favor of the motion to authorize the advertisement of proposed ordinance and scheduling a public hearing related to the vacation of a portion of Main Street Vogelsville for February 5th, 2026, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That passes. Thank you. Agenda for February 5th is starting to get fun. Motion I, authorizing the sale of alcohol at township-run events. Ryan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Similar to what we did in 2025, we came to the board per the rules to approve sale of alcoholic beverages in parks for our township-run events throughout the year for the calendar year of 2026. We would continue what we did this year with making sure the selected vendors meet our insurance requirements and all other Pennsylvania state requirements for sale.
Okay. So long one. So I'll make a motion to authorize vendors to serve alcohol at township-run events. Are we going with such as, or is this an inclusive or exclusive list? Is this a suggested list where we're adding on, or is this what we're gonna?
This is the same all-inclusive list of the events we had done this year.
Okay. And we're just authorizing these events, and if there are additional ones that are added to the calendar, come back. All right, so I'm gonna modify the way it's written. I'm gonna make a motion to authorize vendors to serve alcohol at the following township-run events: Winterfest, Bunny Hop, Trunk Hunt, Concerts in the Park, Oktoberfest, and Trunk or Treat Trail, contingent upon completion by the selected vendor of Upper Country Councilors. Certificate of insurance, alcohol liability, additionally insured requirements, proof of responsible alcohol management program, employee certifications, and proof of liquor control board exposition permit verified by township staff, including but not limited to the township manager, recreation manager, chief of police, township solicitor, and finance director. Is there a second for that?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Sonny.
Well, I don't have to say it.
Well, do you have any questions about that?
No, I think it's pretty clear.
Julie? No questions. I don't have any either. Anybody have any questions about serving booze at some events in the park? I guess what we have the chance to say, that it seems like the 2025 versions of the events were very successful with no incidents or problems related to service alcohol.
Correct.
It seems to be a positive add to the event.
Yes. I would note the one vendor for several of our events is a township business.
But the only one that hijinks is no longer in business. We'll have to find a different vendor for that.
I think one local to us on Hamilton Boulevard did very well.
Good. Any other questions or concerns? Seeing none, we can move to vote. All those in favor of the motion to authorize vendors to serve alcohol at township-run events, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That passes. Thank you, Ryan. We're gonna come right back to you with J, the final motion of the day, authorizing the purchase of bleachers and soccer goals for the Upper McKenzie Township Community Lifestyle Center.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This motion is to approve the purchase of 3 different pairs of soccer goals for the turf field for the community center for various levels to use during play from U8 all the way through U19, including wheels on them to help us move them in and out as needed. And the purchase of 30 roll-up powder-coated bleacher units to go in both gymnasiums and the turf field for spectators for various events. Federal Recreation is a co-stars vendor, and this price is actually lower than what we had originally planned on.
I'll just expand a little bit, not what we originally planned on, but what the bid was awarded for. This equipment was authorized by the board in a bid packet for the community center. But speaking with Ryan, speaking with Scott, we just tried to probably price check off the state contract. So we're not spending additional money. We're actually going to get a change order reduction from our awarded bid. And then we'll end up with about an $8,000 to the good savings.
So it's not incremental, it's a replacement from a previous expense. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Makes me feel a lot better. I'll make the motion to authorize the purchase of bleachers and soccer goals for the Upper McKenzie Township Community Lifestyle Center by CoStar Center General Recreation in the amount of $79,919.31. Is there a second?
I second that.
Thank you, Julie. Questions or concerns? Sorry.
No, let's answer.
Julie?
Just to kind of agree, on the visual and I just impressed you that.
None for me. Anyone from the audience have questions about bleacher and soccer goals? Glenn?
No, I'll just stand on the sidelines.
I think that's where everybody wants you to be. Appreciate it. Seeing none, we can move to vote. All those in favor of the motion to authorize the purchase of bleachers and soccer goals, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That passes. Thank you, Ryan. Work to board and staff reports, the monthly department reports are available in the back of the room. They'll be posted on the township website. Are there any department managers have anything specific they'd like to announce? Michelle, happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We have scheduled the UNT recycling events 2026. The paper shredding will be held on April 11th from 9 to 11, and the electronic recycling will be held May 2nd from 9 to 12 at Great Park.
April 11th and May 2nd, right? Thank you.
The events can be held on the same.
All right.
Chief, just one comment, sort of exciting news for fire departments in Upper McKinney Township. Tomorrow evening is our first UMT Fire and Rescue training township-wide, being held at Tractor Fire Company at 7 o'clock tomorrow.
Excellent. I want to take a moment to thank you for the work that you've done. I know it's been an interesting road the last 18 months since we had a meeting in May of 2024, and we decided to take some steps forward with the fire department. I told a lot of people on January 1st that it's a big day for Upper McKenzie Township Fires. We shifted operationally from 3 stations to 1. It appears that everything is going smoothly operationally in that regard, and that's no small task, and that's a great deal of respect for the work that you've done and your team. So I'll make sure we acknowledge the work that you've done and all the volunteers who are committed to change, which is never an easy or quick thing. We are working on it still, but the township is in good hands with Station 57. Just to be clear, Stations 8, 25, and 56 haven't gone anywhere. They still exist. They still have their own entities. They still have a huge role to play in what we do. But when their boots are on the ground at fire, they're operating at Station 57. It seems to be going very well. So I want to thank you and your team.
Thank you, guys. The design of the new fire station, police station is progressing fairly well. We're more money, but that'll come up in another 2 or 3 months. And hopefully have something to share with the board and public. The February meeting, but then we'll also be moving into the land development phase, just to get the final approval through that. Hopefully, looking at Ryan by March, maybe Chuck, Paul, will see us there. So things are moving along. We have a good team working on that. These 2 guys have been instrumental in keeping it going.
Another thank you. 2 in 1 day.
Chief, are you happy with what you're seeing?
I am. Yeah, working with GKO has been great. Regular meetings, they're receptive to input. I have no complaints or issues.
But it's good that whatever we design it for the future, so that we've got some growth capabilities along the way. So thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Chaz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We had an executive session today at 5 p.m. To discuss personnel issues. I also want to thank everyone that has continued to watch the YouTube, even though we have had some technical difficulties. I've been trying to maintain that a little bit. Information, we continue to provide information to residents through Facebook, email blasts. We are going live right now again.
You want to come on up there and introduce yourself to our sporadic YouTube feed?
We're live now.
I'm the new elected tax collector, looking forward to working with the township, and based on certain things I've heard in the past, trying to make the tax collector a little more accessible. As was mentioned, on township hours or office hours here at the township on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I also have availability outside of those hours. They're just by appointment only, so I can plan around them.
Welcome aboard.
Thank
See
you.
you. Congratulations.
Much appreciated.
It's nice to see you get sworn in today. Nice family that was able to join you.
Yeah.
And look forward to all good things from the tax collector office.
I look forward to it too.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks a lot, Barry. And nobody's really excited to see the tax collector, but I'm glad you're on.
I'm going to try and change.
All right, thanks.
Meredith.
The only update I have is
As are we. Thank you for your diligence in that, Meredith. I know it's not an easy task, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Andrew?
Nothing new to add, but I just want to thank the board for your confidence and for the reappointment. Wish everyone a happy new year. I look forward to working with the board, township staff, and consultants. I think this year is going to be a monumental year with the community center and the other projects going on, and I look forward to that. And I'd also like to welcome Julian to the board and look forward to working with you as well.
Thank you, everybody. Forward to working with you.
Thank you. Brian?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. To update on the Greenlight Go projects, they're both still on target for being bid out this summer. No changes there. And we are in the process of recording the lot consolidation plan for the new police station site and getting that consolidated into Grange Road Park. And like Solicitor Shantz, I'd like to reiterate also, we appreciate your confidence and reappointment at HRG. So thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Most talkative man in the township. Scott?
No, my answer, I have nothing to add.
Okay. I'll say to you and your public works team, that it's been a difficult couple of weeks with some nuisance snowfalls and a particularly nasty ice storm. While there's obviously people are going to have complaints, I think you've done a fantastic job. I think your team has done a fantastic job. And please make sure, on behalf of our supervisors, that you indicate to them that keep up the good work. I know it's difficult. It's not a thing. It's not a job that earns a lot of praise on every day. So thank you for the work that you and your team are doing.
Thank you, and I will pass on.
In your normally garrulous way, I'm sure. Ryan?
Morning, Mr. Chairman. Last week, we completed our Kids New Year's Eve event at Grange Park in the cold and wind, and we're very successful. I do not have total numbers yet for you, but I will report those back to the board when we do the license plate reader data for the park. Other townships have decided to emulate us and do their own New Year's Eve balloon drops. We will continue to be in the forefront of it, and next year we'll be indoors to do it. Our next upcoming event is Winterfest outside Grange Park on Saturday, February 7th, from 4 to 7 p.m. at Grange Park. And in addition to the good news from Senator Coleman with our DCD Greenways Trails Recreation Program grant, we were also announced on the same day that 3 of our statewide local share count grant applications were approved. The one for the Public Works leaf truck, partial amount for Earl Adams Memorial Playground equipment replacement, and $193,000 towards Grange Park basketball court improvement. So once we get those agreements and things in place, we can move forward on those projects in the near future.
As always, Ryan, I think you and your team are doing a great job continuing, and I know with the winter months approaching, first, I'm glad we approved alcohol for an outdoor event in February, but it's exciting what can happen when this new center gets built, what the opportunities are going to be available for you and your team to program through the winter months, and I know you're working on it hard, and I appreciate it. It's all the staff, yeah? So Julian, anything from you, sir?
I'm very excited to be a part of the board, and I look forward to serving my community. Like how Chairman mentioned earlier, I have big shoes to fill. So hi again, and for watching. I will try to go into the position and serve as well as you did.
I think I said you have shoes to fill. You might get too much credit. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, I just have one thing. As part of our budgeting process for the year 2026, we had limited funds that we had included in our budget to evaluate transportation planning options. While they're not sufficient to complete a full Act 2209 transportation capital improvement plan, they would support an initial analysis and help inform your future board decision. Now that we've gotten that fine and we're in this year, I'd like to ask the board how they would like to proceed.
Say again what you want.
The discussion was around, the funding was around initial analysis to come up with a transportation improvement plan. If you recall, that was part of our budget line item. Given the growth that we're seeing in the township, we anticipated changes we're making to zoning, mixed use, whatever, there's gonna be an opportunity here to probably go back and put impact fees on those intersections that may become more problematic as we grow. So this part of the requirements to put in a impact fee would be first to do a transportation capital improvement plan. So my point is that now that we've allocated some money for it this year, we should think about how we would go about that. Does that make sense?
It does. Correct me if I'm wrong, there has been some groundwork on some of the emerging traffic areas that we have some concern with, and that's been given to HRG, yeah?
That is correct.
Correct.
So what I would suggest, Sonny, is why don't we, I'll ask Bob and Ryan to reach out to you to schedule a first meeting, let you jump in and start to get a sense of where things are and come back with a proposal for how we want to move forward on the improvement plan itself. And it sounds like we have some groundwork done. It's not going to necessarily be a full-scale rewrite, but we have the funding to do it. So Bob and Ryan, you guys can get with Sonny together at a meeting.
Sure.
To that forward.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure the board was in agreement of, utilizing our township staff and consultants to move forward with that. And if it looks like we are, then I think it's a good opportunity to get started now.
Okay. So they'll reach out to you, Julie. You're okay with Sonny taking the lead on that for our perspective?
That sounds good.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Anything else, Sonny?
And that's all I got.
For me, it's just Happy New Year. Again, Sonny and Julian, thank you for the faith that you put in me to sit in the middle seat and try to get these meetings moving quickly. And I'm hopeful that we can actually be done by 8. I know you're playing radio, we'll keep this big stuff for the rest of the time. Any public comment or concern? Anybody want to be heard? We're going to be down early. And with that, I will, with no public comment or voice, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
Make that motion.
Motion's been made, so second.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor of adjournment, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned at 7:52. Thank you. Wow.